Hey. Aloha. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 43. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing, where we have deeper connections. Today, our returning honored guest is Takiyah Gettys, is a visionary founder of Kinetic Life Inc., a creator of Embodied Freedom Method, a revolutionary approach to transformation that blends nervous system science, somatic release, and spiritual alignment to help people reclaim their freedom from the inside out. With over 20 years of experience as a master life coach, muscle therapist, and a holistic health practitioner, Takia has guided hundreds of purpose driven leaders, healers, and creatives to transmute pain into purpose and embody confidence, clarity, and flow. Known for her grounded wisdom and poetic fire, Takia bridges the gap between science and soul, teaching people how to regulate their nervous system, rise in freedom, and get your freak on. Her message is simple yet seismic. Freedom isn't a destination, it's a frequency. And when you rise into it, you don't just change your life, you shift the world. Takia, how are you?
Thank you, Christina. That was a beautiful introduction and so true. The world is in need of some shifting, my friend.
Yes.
I'm amazing. Thanks. I'm feeling grateful to be here.
Me too. Thank you. I'm so honored. So, the title I Am, The Sound of My Love is beautiful. What does it mean?
Yeah. So I am. It comes from obviously the well-known phrase "I am," which speaks to identity, which really speaks to who we are at our core. It's the soul of us behind the stories that we create. And a lot of times our identity is wrapped up in things that are not true or that are changeable if the outcomes that we're getting from that identity aren't serving us. And our connection to lived experience and expression of source is what I am really stands for. And the sound of my love is the essence really of us being fully expressed, of the truth of us being expressed through our body, through our vibration. And I liken it to the phoenix rising out of the fire and the voice that rises once our body dragons are at peace.
Beautiful. So, how did this event come to you? And was it intuitive download or part of your broader work around embodiment and love?
It really came to me through a myriad of experiences. I've had some really amazing experiences in my body, and one of the first was a multidimensional somatic release, which after that it left me with some awakening of some gifts that had been coming slowly, mildly dormant. I had sensed they were there, but hadn't really fully experienced or expressed them. And and after many months of honing after that experience, I was able to then, with mastery, move my own energy and that of others for the purpose of healing and of releasing what's not ours to carry. And I've always had a really intuitive sense about the body, and how to bring it back to balance, to harmony. And it was really apparent in my chosen direction. And my chosen direction was always something to do with the body, bioenergetics or, therapeutic movement or just understanding how it all connects on a deeper level fascially. And all of that's really important because structural integrity, which is not just physical, it's emotional, or even emotional body, a spiritual body, and a mental body. And when all of those are in alignment and in harmony, that's when we really feel whole and feel like
Mm.
we can stand in ourselves versus being a shadow of self or showing up inauthentically as part of ourselves, like selfish, a little bit like ourselves. right? Versus self-centered, which I think is very much the way that we all need to live in order to really leave the mark that we're meant with our purpose. Where else are we going to be focused if not in our centers?
Right, right. You call it a somatic self-love activation. What makes it different from a typical self-love workshop?
I would say that it's very experiential. Um, One of the first things that I experienced when I went to go meditate ever, I actually sat down, I closed my eyes, and as soon as I closed my eyes, I had this rush of energy come up my body. I leapt up, and then some movement occurred, and the next thing I knew, I was on my knees, and my forehead dropped to the bottom of my feet. Forehead on the bottom of my feet in a full-on bow. And it
Wow.
scared the crap out of me. I didn't understand what was going on, and I fought my way out of it. I wiggled until I was free. And I got the intuitive sense, and I heard, just trust, just trust. And I just allowed in that moment. And I started to move again. Next thing I knew, I was on my knees again, forehead on the bottom of my feet. So this is just an example of what I know to be true is that our bodies have an intelligence, and we need to experience the world and our healing through our bodies to make it actually stick.
Mm.
Because the history of our experience is stuck in here, it's trapped in here, it's kept, a record is kept. And when we are looking to do something like heal or maybe take a leap in life where we want to do something brand new, like start a business or start a new relationship, or we're looking to even just finally live a life that's authentic and true to ourselves. And maybe that's being free of parental oversight. Maybe that's being free of a job in the traditional sense that's been passed down through a family. It could be any number of things. Some people are just feeling the weight of the world crashing down around them, and they can't find peace,
Mm.
and they're searching for a way to find it. And you can't think your way into peace. You have to feel your way there. And that happens through the body for a reason. All of our senses, all five senses that we have that are physically attached to the body, the smelling, the taste, the touch, the hearing, all of it. These are also ways that can lead us to our freedom. And because this is how we experience the world, and everything that we've ever been through was happened through that as well. And so it's a door, it's a doorway. So you asked, how is this different? It's experiential. There's very little sitting, and when we are sitting, we are deep in contemplation, and then we are in expression again. Because the point of the workshop is for people to leave with clarity, to leave with more space in their bodies for what it is that they want to bring in that's going to allow them to have more experiences of their choosing. Because usually people are seeking out healing because they're having series of repetitive experiences that they wouldn't have chosen, that
Mm.
aren't desired.
Mm-hmm,
And so yeah, so I say it's different for that reason. The body becomes an instrument of healing, and love becomes the natural vibration again.
So what's inside this experience? Can you give us a glimpse of what participants might feel or do?
Yeah, so we open as always, with coming back to the body and really learning what's called somatic literacy, getting acquainted with what the body is communicating and that it is communicating to us all the time, so that we can be better listeners
Mm.
and also better responders to the needs of the physical and the emotional, and make connections between them, because there's always the message that's being communicated by one is being communicated by them all. And we need to be able to decipher and interpret the language of our bodies so that we can respond with the action that is most aligned.
Mm.
And so, Yeah, so it starts with that, and then we move into the alchemy of emotion. We use breath and flow. We use sound. We use voice. We declare some things. Participants really get clear on what they truly want, not what they should want, or what they were afraid to want, and are choosing something else because they like. A lot of times we say we want something, and often it's being chosen out of fear.
Mm.
We like sometimes like I want a lot of money because I'm broke, or I want a relationship because I'm lonely, right? So we make choices from reasons that we believe will bring us more happiness, more joy, more feeling of worth. And whenever you put something outside of yourself into that void of not feeling worthy or not feeling loved or not feeling like you have enough of something or anything, it always makes you feel exactly the way you didn't want to feel in the first place. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy because the truth is nothing outside of us can ever fill a void that's within. And and all voids, they are our imagination because the truth is are whole all the time. There's nothing broken, there's nothing missing. It's just that we are have somehow created a block and put something between us and our wholeness, us and our felt sense of wholeness. And we just returns to felt sense. And where do you go to feel things? Here. So yeah, so that's what's inside. Each segment just rekindles their inner flame, and it allows participants to like really like move into coherence. This is when you have agreement between your head and your heart.
Right. So how does sound and movement help people reconnect with love or their authentic voice?
Great question. So sound and movement both bypass analysis. So they take you out of your thinking mind and they bring you into the moment. And so much of what we're creating in life is being created from a cycle in our minds, and mostly from fear, right? And so what we're looking to do is connect to the part of ourselves that is already in the moment, that's
Mhm.
present, and that can sense and direct us and guide us to what's right now on our hearts. And sensation can lead to harmony, right?
Right.
And that's really the goal. Fear will melt away the more we get into a vibration that we can create with breath, with sound, with vocals. When we get into the vibration of now, of love, love is all there is, now is all there is. It's like we're tuning ourselves to our own inner orchestra. And all at once, we become now a body that sings instead of cries out for in pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's kind of metaphorical, right? But there's a process that you can be led through that leads you to feel this way. And that's really what we want is to feel again like we are in complete alignment with ourselves and to know love at its essence.
Right. That's yeah, exactly. Many people struggle to feel worthy or lovable. How does this experience begin to shift that?
Yeah, so we use very grounded practices as well, right? I love poetry and I love words, so I know I tend to kind of get into the esoteric nature of things sometimes, but I'm also very much lean into the science of change and transformation, and part of trauma is that very rarely does it all release at one time because it just doesn't feel safe enough. So we work in layers of letting go, right? So the components of the event are set up such that it guides you slowly deeper and deeper, and then leaves you feeling really good at the end. Because if we just jump in to the deep end of the pool without giving you a warm up, you might start cramping up.
Yeah.
So so we allow layers of tension to be removed, And so that we all feel and know that we're really on the same page and you're really being held with love and
Mm.
compassion and non-judgment in our space. And then breakthroughs happen. People let go and really realize that this could be a day when they leave different.
Hmm.
And so we release stuck energy. They come into a place of clarity. And when people are struggling with self-worth, that's what's needed. We need to start to let go of some of that built up resistance in the way of feeling whole and feeling worthy. And then we can see what's left. When we start to remove some layers, we start to see the heartbeat of what's there underneath, asking to be released. And that's where the real work happens.
Right, right. So how does it connect to your larger mission?
Well, what I love is that at the end of these events, people have said things to me like, I feel like I'm finally home again. Like I feel like I know where home is. And and they feel more clear and they feel more they feel lighter, they tell me. And doesn't the world need to feel lighter? Doesn't the world need more clarity?
Yes.
Doesn't and the world needs more of us,
Yes.
really living from a place of our truth, the reason that we're here, our purpose, our fire, our passion. It needs us to be who we are so that we can give
Mhm.
the very unique gift that only we were created to deliver in this time and place on the planet. And so all of my work, whether it's the confidence code or it's the embodied freedom circle or it's this signature event, I am the sound of my love, I really am looking to create a space where people let go of whatever's in their way so they can return to who they really are.
That's
Because I know this is the charge on my life is to create spaces and opportunities for people to return and remember themselves.
yes. Yes, so true. So what is the Love Duo invitation? Why did you choose it?
Oh yeah. So the Love Duo invitation is when someone registers, they actually get a free ticket to invite someone of their choosing to the event. It
Wow.
gets emailed to them, and they can send their friend or their loved one a link for them to register. And love expands when it's being witnessed. And the love duo is really about compounding it. It's about people rising together.
Mm.
Usually at the end of the event, I'll have people tell me, "Oh, when are you doing another one?" I have a sister, a mother, a brother, a husband, a friend who would really, really love this, and they need this. When are And so I'm like, well, how do I just satisfy that need now? And this was the way, you know.
Oh, I
And
see.
love is the one of those things that multiplies when it's given away. It's like one of the few things, right? That when more we give it away, the more it expands. Which also led me to wanting to give everyone who attends a free month of Freedom in Motion, which is my monthly breathwork and movement session that helps people to maintain the releases that they experience in my events. So when you come, you get a free month. Yeah, and
That's
that's a master,
awesome.
really amazing, amazing experience.
So
Yeah.
who is this event for, and what will they gain by attending?
Yeah, so it's really for anyone who's longing to feel like enough, like they really are willing and ready for a deep dive, who want to feel like themselves again, to remember themselves fully, to feel like they're fully expressed. Because like I said, people they say that they feel lighter, they feel more clear. If you're feeling heavy or you're feeling like you need clarity, this is the place. If you're feeling like that the weight of the world is got you like living, in a space where you're making your life smaller than you are, like
Mm.
this is one of those events that could be the catalyst to your next step, the next level of living.
Right, right, right. You're having this event on Tuesday, November 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern. I Am the Sound of My Love, a transformational somatic self-love activation live online. It's for you if you're tired of feeling numb, stuck, or overextended. You're craving to experience a change you can actually feel, not just mindset work. You want to reconnect to your body, voice, and heart. So how do people get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I'm the curator of a Rise in Freedom Circle it's in the Facebook community. You can check me out there or send me a personal message on Facebook. I'm usually that's the social I tend to go to most. Yeah, I would say, or you can shoot me if you want to, if you have questions or want to talk to me one on one. You can shoot me an email at support@kliferevolution.com.
Beautiful. Mahalo nui loa for your time. Any parting words would you like to say to the viewers?
You are the master of your fate. You are the creator of this one life. And it's up to you to begin to tune in to your heart so that you can make manifest the purpose that's been on your life since before you arrived on this earth. The one that you have been only dipping your toe in, the one that you've been afraid of, the one that you were told you shouldn't do. The world is waiting for your genius. It needs your gifts.
Mahalo. I will put Takiyah Gettys information down below in the description box. Please click the subscribe, notification, and thumbs up. If you would also like to donate to the channel, we appreciate it. It helps us build our content. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing, a hui ho. Until we meet again.